Hey guys, Crystal here from Elite Hair Care USA, Elite Total Body Care private label hair care company. If you guys have been following my lives for the last couple of days, my hair got messed up slash wet. Um, I got a cold as well, and this all happened yesterday. So, um, as you can clearly tell, my hair is not in order. So I am going to relax my hair with the materials that were available to me. I'm using a Just For Me relaxer and some Lotta Body wrap foam with coconut and shea oils. So we are going to do this thing. And if you guys are new to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to also thumbs up this video. Let's see here. Hey. So I'm going to do this thing really quickly so that we can get started. I just got this email that I have to do what it's telling me to do. Choose my own. Okay. So as soon as I do this, then I can move forward with what I'm doing. In the meantime, in between time, you guys just sit tight. So I went to Sally's Beauty Supply. I got the Just For Me. I got the Lotta Body. I got some wrap strips. I'm doing all of this live. And a comb. I'm just doing this real fast before I just get started so I don't have to stop. And I'm giving my hair kind of like a sit down moment. Allow. Okay, next. Oh, that's actually not bad, but hold on. Hold on, you guys. Every time I see these messages, I just start getting like. All right, so let's go through this box here. So we got some gloves, a popsicle stick, conditioner, I'm signing this thing. Jeez. When you run a business, you're doing all kind of things all at the same time. No, it doesn't come with any form of protectant in the pack. Let me tell you guys why. Because they look at that as a extra step, and they're trying to cut costs wherever needed. Base is definitely a good thing to use. Now, is it required to do this? No, it's not required to do this. So I am actually not using any base. But if you're sensitive, if you've been scratching, you can put it around your hairline. You can put it around your ears. So what I'm doing is I just poured the activator into the relaxer and mixing it really well. The one thing about Just For Me is that it is very runny. That's another thing that I don't like about Just For Me. But if you let it sit for a second, it'll kind of get slightly thick, but not as thick. Just For Me and Lotta Body, that was as close as I was going to get in the store. So I'm going to let this sit for just a second. I don't have a spatula, so I'll be using my hands. We're letting it thick up just a little bit. I don't want it to be so runny. Kind of let it activate. Oh, okay. All right. We're just gonna have to deal with it. So I'm gonna use their gloves, which they give us the really cheap gloves. Like the relaxer packs are not giving good quality stuff, should I say. They kind of like have cheapened it really bad, to be quite honest, because they need to be competitive. They need to be cost effective. They need to be able to provide this relaxer for $5.49. So you're not really gonna get that high quality that you're looking for. Like I want you guys to kind of see this. Like it's like runny. It's like water almost. And this is thoroughly mixed with activator. It's just super runny. So it is what it is. So what I'm doing is just using my hands because I didn't buy a spatula or a brush, nor do I like to use brushes. And I'm going to do this quick way. Even though it's not thick enough to my liking and it's like super runny, I got to kind of be careful like how I do this. And then we look at it like, oh yeah, I'm getting more bang for my buck. I can do a lot more relaxer with this. No, it's probably not going to be as effective as the Pro Relaxer. Because look at it, I'm putting it on my hand and it's like running off. So, I mean, this of course would have been better done with a brush, but I don't even like using brushes if I don't have to. So, and I'm talking the applicator brush. Now, do as I say and not as I do. If you're doing this at home, I would definitely say if you are not pressed for time to apply your relaxer, then you can use your brush. Another reason why I don't like to use the brush is because when I'm pressed for time, like when you're relaxing your hair, speed is everything because you want to get the relaxer on so that it gets time to process before you start getting sensitive or even agitated from the fact that you're doing a relaxer, right? So speed is everything with relaxer application. I hate to see stylists who do relaxers and they literally will stop your relaxer of application and go and wash a client's head. Like this application isn't dependent on the fact that speed is time or time is against us, because once it starts to process, it starts to process. And with processing, the longer you keep it, the more likely you are to have aggravation. No, I didn't pack everything because I didn't expect to be here and have to deal with my hair. I was only here a couple of days. Like we're going home tomorrow. And correct, Pack 93. If you don't know what you're doing, you are super correct. Go to a professional. Now, what I'm doing is I'm just using my fingers and applying it to my hair and rubbing it in. I'm not scratching. I'm not doing none of that. Okay. I'm just applying the relaxer with my fingers, the beds of my fingers, and the back of my hand, and I'm smoothing it out. That's all I'm doing. I have a shortcut, so I can apply it to the entirety of my hair on the sides and the back because it grows out that fast, and I cut it off just that fast. So what I'm doing is I'm just kind of going slightly into my crown area slash right above or right at my parietal ridge. Reason being is this part of my hair seems to always want to jump up too. So that's another reason why I'm doing that. And this part right here is always kinky. I don't like it. And I'm already starting to burn. I can feel the itchiness. Is it okay to change your relaxer? Preferably you want to find what works for you and stick with it. So now I gotta figure out how I'm gonna wash my hair in this sink. The reason why you guys keep seeing me do this is because relaxers need to be smooth. The more you manipulate the hair and smooth it, meaning gently and process it, and now you're basically helping that process, and then you're done. So I have short hair. I want it to be nice and straight, and I want it to be bone straight. All right, so that's done. Don't need this no more. This thing is literally like water. To each his own. I know I turned your heat on. I don't know why this thing is going up over there when I turn my heat. All right, so we're gonna go into the bathroom. I'm on my laptop, so I'm gonna bring you guys with me because my hair is burning. And this sink, look at the pressure of the water. This has no water pressure whatsoever. So we're gonna have to makeshift use the shower. Which I don't even know how I'm gonna do that, but we're gonna do that. Like that's not even enough water pressure to bathe an animal. All right, you guys. So I'm gonna have you guys hang tight for a second. Okay? Just hang tight. Make sure I don't have no relaxer anywhere. Gotta check. All right, so I'm gonna do one more neutralizer. This is the final one. All right. So I'm gonna add a little bit of this so-called conditioner. This ain't really conditioner. It literally damn near evaporated the minute I put it on my hair, but okay. So I used about half a bottle of normalizer or neutralizer. I'm gonna rinse this out now, and then we're gonna move. So let's go back. Where we were. Okay, so I just washed my hair. I'm gonna take this wet shirt off in just a moment. So we're done with the wash part. I'm gonna go ahead and let me see if I can put this over you guys. There we go. I guess that's better. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap my hair. So I got some wrap strips here, which is just some standard wrap strips. I got it in the color white. So because I don't have a dryer, the way that I have to do this is to mold my hair nice and tight and then allow it to air dry. But when you're air drying your hair, you want to make sure that every part of it is covered. Okay? Just checking for any shedding. So I'm going to use 3 of these papers, one of which I'm going to tear because I'm going to put it on the top of my head. All right, so let's see how this foam works out. Nice and watery. So I know that it's going to be extra thick. Ugh, I can already feel it in my hand. I can tell, you can tell the difference in foam. Foam is supposed to be light and airy, not heavy. No, I'm not going to use the hand dryer. I mean, the most you can use the hand dryer and do is to kind of set it quickly. I don't even recall if I saw a hand dryer in there. But I can already tell the way that this foam sat down on my hair, it's going to be heavy. Like if you know foam or you deal in foam like how we do with the Elite Silk Wrap Foam, I can tell by the way this foam reacted that number one, it's very, very concentrated. So they have a ton of Lotta body in here. If you guys know anything about Lotta body, you know Lotta body is used when your grandma wanted those heavy curls. It's not like a wrap foam where it's allowing my hair to just like be nice and smooth and frothy. Mm-mm. This is more like it's heavy. You can tell it's heavy because it's separating my hair. That's how you know when a foam is too heavy. This is something I would use if I was doing like a roller set where I wanted the hair to literally not go anywhere. And when you say wrap foam should not be like this. But I don't have a choice. So we can use this kind of as like a learning tool all at the same time. All right, so what I'm going to do, I don't even know if my hair is molded properly the way this foam looks, but okay. I'm going to take my strips, lay it on the top of my head, take another strip, lay it on that part of my head, take this strip, go from bottom to top of my head. Okay. So what I'm doing, I'm just tearing off that excess piece because I don't need it. And then this strip is going to go from here to the front, and I'm going to tie it. So this is going to keep everybody in place. Just like that. So almost everything on the head should be covered. Okay? And because I don't feel so secure in the back, even though I know I could possibly cover my head with a ball cap, I want to be able to wear my hair if I want to wear my hair. There we go. The heat is on in the room, by the way. Yes, it is. The Just For Me kit also did come with oil moisturizing lotion and a pre-relaxer leave-in conditioner, which I did not use. They were better off putting a base in there. The pre-conditioner really was not something that I needed. J. Marie says that foam made her hair hard. Yes, which I know exactly what it's going to do. But I like to prove points so people can understand why I do things the way that I do, why I'm so particular on products. I'm just tearing off these excess pieces. All right. Okie doke. I look good already. All right, you guys give me a second. I'm going to turn you this way for a second. Let me change my shirt. Matter of fact, I'm just putting this dress on, and we're going to use this dress, even though I'm just going to use this so I can dry my hair. Okay, so they have a little Conair blow dryer here. It has a diffuser on it, or a concentrator on it. So I'm going to use this. So all I'm going to use this to do is just kind of set my hair to start the drying process. That's really it. It comes with this little diffuser piece, but or concentrator. I said diffuser. Concentrator. So the part of my head that would take the longest to dry, which is also why I kind of left a little space in there, is going to be the crown area. My sides and back won't take very long. So this is just going to help to set it in place. And then it'll be like an hour or two before it's fully dry. It leaves the hair hard, yes. This is not a wrap foam, you guys. This is a setting mousse. They need to stop telling people that this is a wrap foam. They call it wrap me foaming mousse. No, this is a create soft wraps. It don't create nothing soft. Defines curls, yes, it does define curls. That I will give it. Tames frizz. Of course, it's going to tame your frizz because it's so heavy that it's going to weigh the hair down. And it says for all hair types. So this is what I got, the Lotta body foam. I got the cheapest foam wrap they had in there, which was that one. And no bashing to the brand itself, whatever brand it is. No bashing to them. But this is not a wrap foam. And this is another reason why I tell people. And you see what they call it? A foaming mousse. They don't call it a wrap foam. They call it a foaming mousse. Mousse makes the hair hard. Mousse makes the hair hard. Okay. So I'm not going to use the blow dryer to dry my hair because that's not possible. I'm just using it to set my hair so that it can start the drying process and set in place. Miss Jerry, that's exactly how this should be used when you're doing your wet sets, honey. You are right. And another reason why I want to dry it too, y'all heard that cough? You don't want to walk around with sopping wet hair. I got broke every so often and have to wait. Yeah, you got to do what you got to do. You see, I did what I had to do. So y'all see how my hair starting to flip up right there? Because it's starting to dry. So that was really the goal. You only want to set it. That's all. That's all I wanted to do is set it. Set it and forget it. So what I'm gonna do now, because Crystal decided to do that, take another strip. Technically, I should tie it under my chin. All right, not gonna work. So we're just gonna work with it. No big deal. My daughter just bought an umbrella for $20 because she lost the first umbrella. I'm asking her, does she have on her coat? Watch this now. Let me see what's going on with my kid here.
Hello.
You have on your coat?
This one?
That is not a coat.
No, Ellie.
It's not cold? It's not cold?
Hello.
Is it cold? Child. Adriana,
It's fine.
is it cold?
Not really.
Okay, make sure you stay dry.
Okay.
How you managed to lose an entire umbrella?
I think I left it in the bus last night, but I couldn't find it when I got back on it.
Oh, that's a good place to leave it. So, did you guys go to lunch yet?
I think we're going to take one more picture, then we're going out. Wait, Mom, look at this one.
Okay.
When I turn around.
Ooh, that's the White House?
No, Mom, that's the House of Representatives. That's the Capitol.
Okay. Well, you guys take a ton of pictures.
I did.
Okay, put that bag over your shoulder, please.
Which one?
Put the bag over your shoulder.
Okay.
What's the red thing? What's that?
That's my headband.
Oh, you just extra cute today, aren't you?
Just a headband, Molly.
Say hello.
Hi.
All right, have a good time. I'll see you at dinner.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
No tours for me. They can have all that. Walking in the rain and all that. No, I'm done. I'm relaxed and have postpartum shedding. Should I just let it run its course or do a protein treatment? You should need to do both. Protein treatment and then still let it run its course. Protein treatment is just going to help. It's going to help rather than make it worse. Prevention is better than cure. Thank you. I appreciate your continued willingness to teach and every opportunity you have. You always bring us along. I don't comment a lot, but I always hear liking and supporting. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Let me see what other comments I have here. Could have drove down to DC, begged and cried. Listen, honey, y'all must not know. You ain't nobody coming in here. I ain't doing no hair, Miss Jerry. I'm sorry. Thank you. So right now, what time is it? It is 11:39. Oh, they're on Capitol Hill. Okay, that's what she was saying. That was the House of Representatives. Something she said that was. I don't remember what she said. And then at 12:30, they're going to eat lunch. And then they go to the White House and take pictures. I'll be a picture them I take. Picture. And then they go to the Ford's Theater. Then they go take another picture. Then they get to go shopping for 30 minutes. That's all she care about. Then a memorial, then dinner, then a memorial, and then they come back to the hotel at 8 to relax for a little while. Tomorrow they're going to the Museum of the Bible. Lunch at the food trucks. National Archives, and then they're going to the airport at 2. I won't be going nowhere tomorrow. I'll be leaving here to go to the airport. I was asking because there are some hairdressers who don't do men's. Oh, okay. I've been growing my hair. I have braids now for convenience to get some growth. I'm growing for health. If my hair not length. When get really healthy, I want cut from you. Okay. I'm a hairstylist here in North Carolina. Just subscribe to your channel. Hey, Christy Myers. When we roll out the Elite Affiliates program, you should definitely join. Hey, Crystal, your hair is looking like mine on a wash day with the strips. Yeah, when you don't have a dryer, you got to do it the best way you can. I'm just trying to do something to it. It feels better, though, because my hair was feeling hard and it started to hurt. They sound booked and busy. Yes, very. They had no rest. They get up at 6 o'clock. They're out of here by 7:30, and they're not back here until 9 at night. They literally have no breaks. They are on the bus, they go to a memorial. They are on the bus, they go to another site. They go to another site. They get back on the bus. The rest that they get is sitting on the bus to get from one site to the next. Outside of that, they're gone all day. They have no mall time, they don't have none of that. They are literally learning every single thing that they can learn about every single thing. Like they are not joking. Hair care growth balm and super growth serum. Which should I use first? The super growth. I have really curly hair and it shrinks. So do I relax sometimes for length? Yan, I definitely say go and talk to your stylist about that. Go and have that conversation with your hairstylist. All right, you guys. My daughter thinks she is super slick. Here she go. Mommy, can you please send me lunch money? How am I and why am I sending you lunch money? I just gave this girl money on Cash App card. Why am I watch this now? Hold on. My daughter is the cheapest person on the planet. She's trying it. Wait.
Hello.
Are you serious?
Yes, mommy.
Adriana, you
Yes,
have
ma'am.
money.
No, you said that you're gonna give me $20 for today and tomorrow.
I gave you $40 in cash.
I don't know. I don't have it, mommy.
So where you put it?
Remember, I spent money on you yesterday.
Whoa, you spent money on us, and you only spent $11 on lunch.
I don't have the other 20 mommy.
Oh my gosh, Adriana, I can't wait. Whatever's left over on the Cash App card, you're giving it back.
No, it's fine.
No, you're trying to keep up all my money. You think it's slick. Oh, mom, you're gonna send me the money for lunch. So don't you have money? I hope you plan on bringing back some really good souvenirs. That's the level of cheap. You're getting $20 for today and tomorrow. That's it.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you, mommy.
Welcome. Bye. My kid is oh my gosh. Her and Alex are the two cheapest people on the planet, but they give the best gifts. If they're buying you a gift, they will literally buy you the best stuff, especially Adriana. But don't promise her no type of money. I gave this little girl money to go on this trip, and I gave her $40 in cash. I gave her a Cash App card, and the Cash App card, I put $200 on the Cash App card. Hold on. Mind you, she has not spent $1 since the trip started because the first day I went to lunch with them and I went to dinner with them. I paid for her lunch, I paid for her dinner. I'm lying. I paid for her lunch, but dinner was already included in the trip. Okay. The next day, I went down for breakfast. No, did I go down for breakfast Wednesday? Well, Tuesday we didn't have breakfast. So Tuesday I paid for lunch. Wednesday, I met them where they was. I paid for lunch, which really she paid for lunch out of the $40 in cash that she had. And she only spent $11 on my food, y'all. Mind you, she had not touched the money on the Cash App card, and she still had cash in her purse. Okay. Today, she go and spend $20 on the umbrella. So she thinks she's slick. She's trying to recover the $20 that she spent on the umbrella. I say, Mommy, can you send me the money for lunch? Because you're trying to collect the money back that you spent on the umbrella. And I bought the umbrella on Tuesday night for $17. I already bought an umbrella. You lost the umbrella. Now you're trying to recover the $20. Yo, wow. Wow. Oh, so let me tell you guys about a situation that happens yesterday. So I'm on this street called King Street. If you're from here, you might know what King Street is. It had like a bunch of little restaurants or whatever. It's supposed to be in Alexandria, Virginia. It's in Alexandria. Okay. So I was walking to meet them on the bus because I drove down there. I'm not a part of the trip, so I drove down there and I parked. As I'm walking through King Street where all the restaurants are, a black lady walks up to me. So as she walks up to me, I'm looking at her. She don't look like a vagrant or nothing. She looked normal. She looked normal. She's like, ma'am, excuse me, ma'am. And she said it politely. She said, excuse me, ma'am. Do you have 2 5s or a 10 or something? And then I heard her say 20. But I thought that she was saying, do I have 2 5s and a 10 to break a 20? Because she can't find no change. This is exactly what the lady said. She can't find no change around here. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, no problem, no problem. So I go in my purse and I pull out 2 5s. But as I'm pulling out my 2 5s, I notice that she's not moving for no money. She's not moving for no change. She's not about to whip out. I don't see her going for the $20 that she's gonna give me for me to give her change for her $20. That's what I heard in my ear. So two something when my head was like, Crystal, what if this lady try to rob you? So I kind of do it the hood way. I do it the drug dealer way. Okay, I'm gonna show y'all the drug dealer way. Where's my purse? Here's my purse right here. Okay, so my purse is like this. I carry my purse like this. So I kind of do it the hood way, and I go like this because she's standing right here, like a couple feet away. So I go like this, but I don't pull my money out. I do the drug dealer way. You check your money inside the purse. You don't pull nothing out. So I do this, but I'm watching her from the side of my eye, and I'm like, I don't see her pulling no money out. So when I do this, I have 2 5s in my hand, and I still notice that she ain't pulling no money out. We're not exchanging nothing. So something said, oh, okay, so you just pulled the wool over my damn eyes. I took a $5 bill. I said, here you go, ma'am. She took the $5 bill and walked off. Yo. Wait. I was on the phone with Junie, and I'm like, babe, I just got played. Just like that. I just got played. Because I heard this woman say, I can't get any change anywhere. Like you basically needed change for a $20 bill. And the way she broke it down, she's like, ma'am, do you have 2 5s, a 10, 20? And I heard her say 20. And then she's like, I can't seem to find any change anywhere. Just like that. But I'm looking for my money and you ain't digging for yours. Yo. I told Junie was like, yeah, babe, you just got had, babe. She was a vagrant. Listen, she said, I can't get change anywhere. Yeah, you can't get change anywhere because you ain't got no money. You were out here playing it off like you needed change. Yo, when I caught on, I'm like, I wanted to go back and ask her for my $5 back. Don't be trippy. Homegirl played it real smooth. I can't get any change anywhere around here. Just like that. Bro. No lie. No lie. Yeah, I got had, y'all. I got. I'm gonna admit it. She got me real good too. Decent. Mm-hmm. Oh, look, they just took their picture. As soon as they already sending out pictures. There's my kid. This is my daughter's class trip. She's right there. The only little dark face there. She's right there. Right there. Oh, I pointed the wrong place. She's right there. There we go. Y'all see her? Right there. Oh, that was funny. How do I do a live and use my phone? I'm doing a live from my laptop. That's how. Yeah, but she was waiting on me to pull that money out, but I gave it to her the hood. Listen, I've been around dope boys all my life, baby. You can't teach me nothing, okay? My first thought was that she's going to try to rob me. My second thought was you never pull your money out in front of people. So I did the hood dig. Here you go, ma'am. Have a good day. And walked off with a straight face like, You don't even want to try me. I'm not these gullible, lighter skinned people. I'm straight gullible. I was gullible enough when you tried that best because I'm watching her knowing that she ain't bringing me no money. And that's when I caught on that she was a vagrant. Mm-hmm. 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 She got me real good, but it's cool. It's cool. The hotel I'm staying at, yeah, it's a hotel. That's really what it is. It is a hotel. I do Airbnb too, but I wanted to be in the same hotel as my daughter, and I had no control over where she stayed. And it's not a big deal. I'm good. I mean, ain't no roaches or nothing. I'm good. The AC don't seem to like to turn to the heat, and I'm not sure why. And now I'm about to call them because I'm getting pissed off. It's not turning on heat, and it's blowing cold air, and I don't want no cold air. Matter of fact, I'm gonna call them right now. That's what I'm gonna do. Hold on, because it keep blowing cold air, and I had it set to heat. Hi, I'm in 605. I keep pressing the thermostat to turn it to heat, and it's still blowing cold air. It's been doing that for the last hour. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Yes. Thanks. Bye. No, no, it ain't blowing no heat for my liking, and I feel cold. Your daughter has seen more of DC in 2 days than I have in my entire life. Me too, girl. Maybe I'm just biased because I live here, but I don't see why people like coming to DC. It's always been boring to me, seen everything and been everywhere. That's how I feel about when people come to Orlando. So you're always gonna feel that way where you live. I always wonder why people come to Orlando. Like, what the hell are you thinking? How do you get softness back into your hair? Had it colored lighter and it feels like I have hairspray on it. What can I do? You probably have your hair is probably over processed and dehydrated. It's over processed and dehydrated. Now I'm not to judge because I don't know 100%, but color can change the texture of your hair. I definitely say probably start doing some moisturizing treatments. The Moist Me 24 karat mask is good. Hope I'm not getting sick. I'm already sick. I already got a cold. Christy Myers, to visit Orlando is good, but when people move to Orlando, more I'm boxing them. What y'all be thinking coming here? Is the best option for uneven growth right side longer than left to cut it and let it grow out? No, not necessarily, because at the end of the day, your hair is gonna grow the way it grows no matter what. We do more on one side of our head than we do the other. This part of my head is a lot shorter than this side of my head. I don't part my hair on this side of my head. So that kind of happens. It just happens. I just got an email from Appraisal Nation, and it's telling me to pay for the appraisal inspection, but I think I already entered my card information and I didn't receive a receipt. Is there a way to find out if it was actually recorded as me giving them my card information? Because I don't want to do it twice. When I first moved here 20 years ago, I fell for that scam, laughing at that's what those light skin people do. What product do you have for chemically treated hair, like shampoo and conditioner? We actually have a color treated kit. You can use the color treated kit and it works for chemically treated hair. I mean, if the AC would stop blowing cold air, I can blow the heat that I'm telling it to blow. I have the thermostat set at 80 degrees. How complicated? And it says heat on it, but you're blowing cold air? Like, nah, it's cold in here. Hey. Huh. No, I know. I entered the card information, but it didn't send me like a receipt or anything. So when I went back into the same link, it's asking me to enter my card information. Okay, I just don't want to do it again, and I did it already. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, so you're gonna send me whoever I'm supposed to call to do whatever I'm supposed to do. Okay. Okay, cool. All right. Thanks. Bye. I used to live in New Jersey, and there's an ever a place for people to just come and retire in New Jersey. Super boring and a bit expensive. I know. Anything to do if your hair seems to have two different textures? No, you're really just gonna kind of deal with your hair based on the majority texture. You're so professional. I love your teaching. Sending love from Lori's in Myrtles Beach, South Carolina. Hey, Hazel. Thank you. My throat itch. Thank you, as is. But you guys, I am actually gonna go and lay it down for a little bit. Um, just trying to like recuperate, get myself together to go to dinner with my child later so that I am feeling okay. Don't forget the new Goddess Yoni Wash dropped last night, which is the Botanical Yoni Wash with boric acid. That dropped last night on our Elite Total Body Care channel. So if you go to elitetotalbodycare.com, you'll be able to get the new Goddess Yoni Wash. This month is April, so you guys know our anniversary and customer appreciation sale is coming up. We're basically going to be doing like a Black Friday that week. So just be ready. Be ready. I know you auctioned off all your steamers. Are you thinking of revamping a new version? Not right now. Your live is so refreshing. Tired of this junk on here. I look forward to catching your lives. Thank you. I had to sue my landlord, which is sad, but I did. Okay. This is why we are in the process of buying a home, because I can't bother. Undo. Do, do, da. Done. Save. No. No. I have low porosity hair. It's always dry. I tried everything. Try our low porosity kit. You'll really like it. Hold on, y'all.
Hello.
I want to say it's starting to warm up, but I didn't say it. As soon as I call is when it wants to do something.
The heater not working?
It's starting to work now. It wasn't. It wasn't warm enough for almost an hour. It kept staying at 74. And I turned it up to 80. And I've been here a little over an hour, and it was blowing cold air all the way through.
This is cold. This.
It was blowing cold, and I turned it up again, and then it's starting to do its thing. So I turned it all the way up.
The 71 is okay?
No, I want it hot.
Hot?
Yes.
Hot?
Yeah, hot.
Oh, okay.
Not cold, hot. So I had it at 80, but it was blowing cold.
80?
Yeah. Did you guys see this right here? OMG. Black Lives Matter founder reportedly uses donations to buy a $6 million California mansion. Yo, you know they always have to find something. 3 leaders of Black Lives Matter, Patrice Cullors, Alicia Garza, and Melanie Abdul, recorded a video last summer that has recently come to light. In the video, the women are sitting outside the undisclosed 6 million mansion as they mark the first anniversary of the murder of George Floyd. The lavish home was reportedly bought with donations from Black Lives Matters. The 6,500 square foot estate has over 6 bedrooms and bathrooms, multiple fireplaces, a pool, and parking for more than 20 cars. Now, to be honest, $6 million in Florida can get you
Okay.
13.
It's in
It's
20
good?
minutes.
Okay.
It's the 80.
Okay.
Temporary.
Okay. Thank
Okay.
you.
You're welcome.
In Florida, a $6 million mansion. Ay, ay, ay. Hello? Yes. Hi. That's fine. No, you can give it to him. It's fine. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. Hold on. So as I was saying, a $6 million mansion in Orlando, Florida is way bigger than 6,500 square feet. That's how I know the market is so different in different places. I mean, that's kind of besides the point of what we're talking about in regards to the fact that they allegedly used Black Lives Matter funds to buy a mansion. But let's be quite honest. Let's talk a little political here. When you're doing something right, they're going to find anything and everything to throw at you. Now, I'm not saying that they didn't do that, but what I am saying is that when you are doing something good that the clear color doesn't like, they will use black and white to come at you. They can't come at you any other way, so they're going to come at you that way. Even if you had your own $6 million over here and you were hiding it somewhere else, they're going to use black and white to show you up. Now, I'm not saying that they didn't do it. I don't know if they did it because I don't know their pockets. But I know what people are capable of. So let's look at what $6 million can get you here in Orlando, Florida. $6 million can get you 10,000, almost 10,000 square feet of house in some neighborhoods. Mm-hmm. 9,000. Yeah. Winter Park is not going to get you much. Windermere can get you 6,500 square feet, and you're on 2.5 acres of land. Mm-hmm. It can get you 7,500 square feet on an acre of land. If you increase your price $1.5 million more, you can get 15,000 square feet in Windermere, a very highly sought after community. $9,200 square feet. That's what $6 million can get you in Orlando. And that's new construction. Anyhow, but we're going to just go back to the topic. We have to remember that they are going to come for us because we are doing this thing and great. Yeah. So a lot of people, they're trying to destroy her and them in any way, shape, or form. And once again, I'm not saying that they didn't do it. I don't know if they did it or not. But best believe when you're doing something where you're challenging the color of the clear, they're going to find every way possible to come for you. And that is one. They will use your own bank accounts against you. There was a whistleblower of some sort in that whole situation. And it's somebody you know. It's probably somebody on your team that was upset because you didn't give them a raise and they wouldn't have reported you. Mm-hmm. Yep, there's somebody within their organization that was upset because they didn't get what they wanted. They didn't get the raise they wanted. You didn't fall into their needs. Somebody that knows your financial situation ran and reported you. It's always your own kind, though. It's always your own kind, honey. I'm sorry to say it, but it's a fact. Call me whatever you want. Mm-hmm. Oh, they went and bought a $6 million house and they can't even give me a $60,000 raise. Oh, I'm gonna report them to the financial bureau. Mm-hmm.
You know,
Oh, I was going back to it, right? I forgot. Shade room. They gonna always do them like that. And best believe they put the first picture up that they could find. Homie, the home girl with the darker colored skin. Her face was the first face they put up there. Mm-hmm. Them not play. That's why you gotta move in silence, silence, and silence. That's why I don't trust nobody with my financials when it comes on the bank accounts. Nobody don't look in my bank account but me. Whatever I do with my bank account is my bank account. You can't see my statements. I barely even trust my accountant. Mm-hmm. Excuse me. Here we go. They made sure to put her face, the beautiful face. They put her face on there first. 6,500 square foot estate has over 6 bedrooms and bathrooms, multiple fireplaces, a pool, and parking for more than 20 cars. The house was reportedly purchased back in October 2020 with funds that had been donated to the Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation. It was purchased by Diane Pascal 2 weeks after Black Lives Matter received 66.5 million from its fiscal sponsor. Pascal is the financial manager for Janaya and Patrice Consulting, an LLC operated by Patrice Colors and her husband. Oh, and her spouse. I'm like, her husband. This sounds like a chick. Never mind. We're not even going to go there. Ownership of the property was then transferred to an LLC in Delaware, which ensured that the property's owner wouldn't be revealed. According to the organization, its purpose is to provide a safe house for Black Lives Matter activists, as well as serve as a studio for creating abolition-based content. Okay, so it's for a business purpose. White people do it all the time. We're going to call them the clear people. Clear people do it all the time. Yep, I'm buying this Rolls Royce because we are utilizing it to bring in the corporate executives when they come in once a year for 2 hours. So we're going to go ahead and write this off because it is for business purposes. And these executives can't ride in anything other than this Rolls Royce that I wanted to get and lease it. But I wanted to go ahead and customize the seats and make them look like basketballs, just so we can make sure that it aligns with our vision, because we do donate to the basketball team in our neighborhood. Okay. Right. So when Bill buys his Rolls Royce, that's $250,000 in cash from his bank account that has the business name attached to it. It's justified because Bill is driving the corporate executives in there for 30 minutes a year. Okay. We recall that organization co-founder Patrice Cullors resigned back in May 2021 as the BLM executive director following criticism for buying 3 homes in Los Angeles area and Atlanta. Meanwhile, Black Lives Matter board member Somebody Bowers, can't say her name, stated that BLM had always planned to disclose the home's legal findings and it doesn't serve as anyone's personal residence. However, according to USA Today, the NY Magazine article doesn't account for Cullors' other streams of income. Exactly. You can buy as many homes as you want. For all we know, Black Lives Matter can now become a real estate agency. What care is it of ours? I'll be so over it. You can't have $1 in this country and be an African American without being scrutinized for it. But Bill always does it better. What should you do if I have a salon owner? See, it's blowing cold again. I told his ass. I know I ain't crazy. I said this shit. What should I have a salon owner and the manager not being good people? Should I quit? I'm trying to brand my business and own my hair salon, but they're making it extremely difficult. So Brown Sugar, elaborate. When you say making it extremely difficult, what do you mean? How are they making it extremely difficult for your brand? Explain to me how they are making it difficult. Why can't I use a box color dye anymore? I used it all my life, and this last year it breaks me out, swells my face up. Why now? As you mature, you can develop an allergy to developer. It's very normal. My mother developed an allergy to developer. You can develop an allergy to developer. Brown Sugar, tell me what it is that they are doing that makes it more difficult for you. In the meantime, let me turn on this little water thing. Make a little tea. All right, let's make a little tea. Okay, Brown Sugar. So you're not telling us anything. All right. Oh, Brown Sugar, try again. Okay, Brown Sugar. So we're gonna do something a little unorthodox. Okay. Send your email to info@elitehaircareusa.com right now. Send it right now. And I'm gonna Google Meets you, and we're gonna talk about this on live. So send me your email address. Send it to info@elitehaircareusa.com. Send it right now, and I'm gonna send you a Google Meets link, and we're gonna talk about it right now. because this is something that's going to help those of you who are in the industry or you are looking to do certain things. And it's hard for me to do it through YouTube. If I could share my screen and you guys could be on there at the same time, that would be great. But YouTube ain't even know that. Oh, that happened. All right, so I'm drinking a little bit of lemon ginger tea. It's hot. Ooh. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, so as soon as she sends me that, we're gonna go on Google Meets. Boy. Info INF here. I'm gonna put it right here. I forgot I'm on my laptop. INFO at WeHairCareUSA.com. There you go. And there's no exclamation point in front of it. I'm sorry. I don't want no tea. Oy, that's too hot. Can't bother. In the meantime, and between time, we are going to throw some things away. Clean up my little work area. What can you use to hide the gray hair color? Hair color, dear Watson. I'm waiting for you, brown sugar. Come on, girl. You say you don't know what you're doing? Just send an email. All you sending is an email. You just sending it. It could be blank. In the subject line, just put test and send the email that way. I mean, if you're comfortable putting your email in here on the live, go ahead, and I'll send you the email that way. What do you think about what? What do you think about virtual classes? I do virtual classes all the time. Brown sugar, I'm still waiting for you, honey. Still waiting. What type of people have you seen since you've been there? Are they friendly? A lot of, or I call them Oriental people because I don't want to know if they're, I don't know if they're Japanese, Vietnamese, whatever. A lot of them. Are they friendly? No. Are they ever friendly? Now the hotel staff is friendly, but are the other people on the street friendly? No, nobody friendly. Because why? If you think about it, they're never friendly with us. They have more fear of us than friendly. All right, I got it. So I'm going to send you, Brown Sugar, I'm going to send you a Google Meets link. So Brown Sugar, if you look at your email, I just replied with a Google Meets link. So you can join me on there right now. So we're going to give her a second to get on. She's not on yet, so we're going to give her a second. And then you guys can be a part of this discussion. Hello, beautiful.
Hello.
How are you?
Hi.
Hello, beautiful.
Hi.
All right, you got to turn down your live. Turn it down.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's like the radio. Turn down your radio, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm so happy. I was trying to figure out what I'm supposed to do.
No,
My
you're
phone was
fine.
moving slow. But okay. I love your channel, by the way.
Thank you.
I just got product to start my do my label and everything.
Yes,
So
girl.
I got the designer logo people to contact me today so they can get my logo right so I can start branding, the products or whatever. So what I've been at this hair salon for 6 months. Where I live at, it's not that many cultured hair salons out here.
Where do you reside, if you don't mind me asking?
I actually live in Virginia. And I was upset that I seen you come through DC. And I was like, shit, Virginia, oh my God. But yeah, I live in Virginia, in a little small town I moved out to in a little county area. So we barely have any black hair salons.
Okay.
So I walked up on one. I just graduated in October of last year to get my cosmetology license. So I have that. So I found a hair salon I was excited about. And now she has a manager. She has 2 salons, one an hour away and one where I live at.
Okay.
And so the one that I'm working at, she has a manager. I guess they were childhood best friends. I don't really know people around here because I've only been out here for 4 years.
Okay.
And so, therefore, I feel like I'm back in the corner. So whenever I'm trying to brand my product, she's trying to redirect me from branding my product. Anytime I build my clientele, the manager that's there, she actually talks bad about the clients and try to get me to be in conflict with them so they can't come back. I don't know. She makes it very uncomfortable in there. It's a small salon. It has one barber, and I'm the only hairstylist. She makes it uncomfortable.
So it's just 2 people working?
It's
just 2 people working?
Yes. She just got a barber in February. I've been there since about October, November. And so I'm finally building my clientele, and she's not giving me no points. I just joined a program that helps Black people. I'm trying to get a grant and I have a presentation to go to next week. I'm trying to get this grant. They're trying to give you $10,000 to $15,000 so you can start your own salon. And I'm trying to. The salon owner is directing me to pay booth. She's trying to change me to booth rent from commission.
Okay.
She only allowed me to use shampoo.
What shampoo? Their shampoo or your shampoo?
Yeah, her shampoo. She's only allowed me to use her shampoo with commission. So I don't have no ties to anything else. And then she said, well, I'm going to start you booth rent next month. So be ready. And I'm like, I've just now started to build my clientele. I found out that the barber's booth rent is different from what she's charging me. That's crazy.
Well, okay, I'm going to let you finish and then we're going to dissect it piece by piece.
Okay. And so she didn't introduce me to this program. I found this program out on my own. So when she found, I had to be nice, try to be honest and tell her, look, I'm in a business class once a week. I'm trying to start my own. She already knew I was trying to start my own brand. So she got upset. I could kind of see it in her face when we had a meeting. She was like, why didn't you tell me? I was going to tell you about the program. Well, I've been there since October, November. You never told me anything. So
Okay.
I'm trying to in my head, what was you going to tell me? So it's like she's trying to go against me because she don't want me to have my own hair salon. So she's like, well, if you get the grant, why don't you just take it and use it and pay your booth rent up for a whole year? That sounds ideal, but I'd rather have my own space because the energy in there is kind of crazy.
Okay. So first things first, what city are you in?
I'm in Lexington.
Lexington, Virginia. Sorry, I'm writing so I can keep it in my mind.
Okay.
All right, so Lexington, Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
You are in one of the only, is that the only African-American salon or the only one you found?
It's probably two there, but I believe that's the only one. Yeah, she's the only one. It'll be a year on the 16th that she had the salon open.
Okay. And then do you mind me asking what is the booth rent?
Well, what she's going to charge me for, okay, I know it probably seemed very cheap.
No, go ahead. Every year is different.
Okay, she said it's $125. It's going to be $125 a week. I haven't even built a whole clientele yet. I'm trying my best. I'm trying to market myself. She was supposed to market me, but she hasn't been doing any of that.
Okay, and then the barber pays what?
$75
a week.
Mm-hmm.
Does that, well, right now where you are, is it a 60-40 split, 50-50 split? What's the split?
The commission is 50-50. She had me doing 60 and she changed it to 50-50 about a month ago.
So you had 60 or she had 60?
She had 60.
Okay. So right now you're at 50-50 and starting when is booth rent?
May 1st.
So starting 5/1. So we are at the beginning. So 3 weeks basically.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me ask you this. On a weekly basis, if you were not being paid commission, how much are you bringing in? An honest number, and give the average, not on the best, oh, this was an amazing week, on a regular week.
Probably about $100. If I'm not going on the best week or the worst day, maybe I can get 100.
Okay, so, and then you are your sole provider by yourself?
Yes.
And when did you leave school?
I graduated July of last year, and I got my license in October.
So you haven't been a stylist a year yet?
Like license, no.
Well, no, license. Just let's say license. Unlicensed, we count the number, but we're gonna talk license number.
Okay.
Okay, so October, November, December, January, February, March, April. So roughly 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Have you looked in the area to see if there's any other salons?
Yes, I have. And I just left a message today with a broker to see if he can find me a space for myself. I have money saved up, and then I have a grant at the end of this business class I've been taking. They're going to give us a grant, and I believe it's at least $10,000 to $15,000.
Okay, so why is it that you need to be in an African-American salon? Tell me why.
For one, it's a whole lot of people out here, especially college students, and then local people that can't find people that can fix their hair. And so when they come to the Black salon, they're more excited because they're like, somebody actually understands their hair and they can do their hair properly.
So, okay. All right. So here's my notion, and just hear me out. The salon you're in is not going to depict the client that you bring, right? So just because you're an African-American that you want to offer African-American services, that does not mean that you can't go into any establishment within that corridor of where you are, regardless if they're clear or Black, right? and not build the same way, because people are going to come where you are. They're coming for you. So the atmosphere really just needs to be a very positive atmosphere, number one, which already sounds like you're not in a positive atmosphere, right? And number two, it needs to be a good ambiance or a nice ambiance that gives you the ability to charge your pricing, and they have the ability to be confident in you, right?
Right.
So not necessarily, I wouldn't say 100% let's go target, oh, I'm going to get my own space. Because you're only, and how many years have you been doing hair now? Let's say how many years you've been doing hair.
I started doing hair when I was 4. I've been doing grown-ups hair since I was like 12.
12, okay. And how old are you now?
I'm 38.
Okay, 38, all right. So a long time. That's good. But you moved to this area, what, 4 years ago?
Yes.
And on a clientele basis, how do you advertise? Do you advertise or do you wait for the salon to advertise you?
Nope, I advertise. I have flyers, business cards, word of mouth. I do referrals. So if a client refers somebody to me, I give them like a little discount off their service. I actually have an Instagram. I have a Facebook account. The only thing I haven't created yet is a website, because I'm kind of struggling on that part.
Well, I mean, not everybody's strong with websites. I'll give you a resource for website creation. All you have to do is pay for the platform, and then they'll give you the template, and you fill in what you need to fill in, and they install it. But we'll get to that at the end. That's kind of like the last piece. All right. So would I say run and open a salon by yourself? If you are confident enough that you can handle a rent of at least $1,000 plus expenses, and you can do that for the next year by yourself, then by all means, go ahead. But if you're not comfortable knowing the median of the rent in that area, whatever the rent is, what's a median number there?
To me, I'm thinking that rent is probably, I don't know. She hasn't talked business with me yet, because she was thinking about letting me franchise it, but I don't know if that's a good deal, because I'm not going to be able to get rid of the energy that's in there, like I don't want to be tied up with her.
Oh, you mean the owner is letting you franchise it? Listen, leave these people behind. And I'm don't franchise nothing. The energy's already off. So it's going to be worse. You're already kind of being swindled as it is, because if you're having conversations about, let's franchise it. Well, we're going to move you from commission to booth rent. The reason why they're moving you from commission to booth rent is because you're not bringing in enough money in commission for them to profit off of you. So then they move you to booth rent. So it's a steady amount. It's an absolute amount, where it's not, well, if you only did one person this week, it's only going to bring in $30 in their pocket, where when they put you on a stipulation of booth rent, that's a guaranteed $125.
Right.
Every single week, 4 times a month or 5 times a month, depending on how that Saturday falls. Right? So it's already kind of like not a harmonious situation. And I honestly wouldn't stay trapped in that situation. But I wouldn't say to rush and go and run and open a salon either. I think it's safer for you to find a new salon, and it can even be a clear person salon, and you the only Black person in there, because guess what? Them Black people gonna run to you.
But you know what? That's crazy. Because I tried to work in 2 hair salons that were clear, and it was racism in there.
That's gonna be a big thing.
I had to choose between racism or your own people trying to get over on you. And they didn't want me to take any clientele with me if I left. They didn't want me to be more educated and continue education. That's why I didn't choose those.
But the African-American salon, did that come with education?
She sends me to, it's some class, I have more freedom to do more education than I did at the clear one.
Okay.
She sent me to a hair cutting class, I think a couple of months ago, an hour away, and I went, and it was nice. I learned more stuff about it.
Okay.
But on a regular basis, I think I have to find my own classes.
Well, they're transitioning you to make you your own stylist. Can you tell that's what's happening? They're making you your own business, your own entity, and they're not responsible for you. That's why people go to booth rent. Florida is a booth rent state, so that's how I know. For most African-American salons here in Florida, it's booth rental because nobody wants to be responsible for you. You are your own business. You are responsible for your own filings. You are responsible if you have a good week or if you don't have a good week. You're responsible for classes. You're responsible for educating yourself, all of that. And that's another reason why I'm saying, would I rush to go open a place? Don't use this opportunity to kind of like rush yourself, because I feel like that's kind of where you are. You're rushing yourself because you're in a bad situation.
Yeah.
And the situation is kind of like getting to you, right? Mm-hmm. Before I even do that, if it was really that bad, I'd rather go into a salon suite.
I was trying to look that up. They don't have any here. This place is so small. Every time I look for a salon suite, it's like 2 hours away. So I'm thinking of, do I have to relocate or something? Because they don't have salon suites here.
So what's the next major city to you? Like, what is your neighboring major city?
I'm an hour away from a lot of stuff. I'm an hour away from, I'm a couple hours away from Richmond. I'm an hour away from Roanoke. I'm an hour away from, a couple hours away from Fredericksburg.
Okay, what's 30 minutes away?
Stanton or Waynesboro, and they have just clear shops that where I came from, kind of races. Like.
And what's 45 minutes away?
Kind of same area. They like 30 to 45 minutes away.
So then everything you go to that's in a major city would be an hour?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's kind of not healthy. That's not a feasible relationship unless you're planning on moving closer that direction.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that.
Because if that's the case, if it's feasible for you to do so, if it's feasible for you to get up and say, you know what, I'm going to move 30 minutes up the street to now be able to work 30 minutes away from there.
Mm-hmm.
In a larger city with a larger African-American community, because that's the community that you're targeting, right?
Right.
With less hassle, less headache, and I have more choice, then that's kind of where you can break yourself and say, okay, I'll move 30 minutes up the road from where I am now. That'll take me 30 minutes to get to work. Past that point, it's like, okay, now you're not really hurting yourself because all you did was move 30 minutes from where you are. So that's not going to hurt the relationship of where you are. And then you can go and work 30 minutes from there in a major city.
So how would I build my clientele again? Because I think I would lose some of these clientele because they're not willing to drive that far.
Some of these clientele, how often they come in?
I do a lot of braids. I do a lot of silk presses. Mm-hmm. And some of these people are older and some of these people are college students. So when they do leave, and then some of them don't have vehicles. So therefore, where I'm at now, they can walk to the salon. It's like a good spot.
But you just told me that on a good, normal, average week, you're bringing in $100. So clearly, these clients ain't paying you enough. You are not making any form of money here. And that's another thing too, as a cosmetologist, you got to kind of put this in your mindset. And it's not to be selfish, but it took me a very long time to learn this lesson. You cannot circle your business around, well, Miss Jackie not going to be able to make it here tomorrow if I move up the street, because Miss Jackie will move to Washington State and not tell you a word.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those college students graduate in May. Thanks so much for doing my hair. I'll see you next summer. And don't say a word to you. So don't let that be a reason for your complacency of where you are, because that's going to make you very comfortable and very broke.
True. Yeah.
So it's a lot to think about. It is. But if it's not working where you are and there's literally no salons where you are that you are comfortable walking in and saying, hey, I want to work here. If there's no salon suites, some salons even have suites inside that they'll let you rent.
I've seen a couple of pop up, and I was going to call to see if that's the case, because it'll pop up in the whole salon. And I'm thinking, do they have little places that have to rent? I was going to try to see about that tomorrow. But I left the salon early today. I had a client. I left because I didn't have no more clients in my book, and the atmosphere was crazy. And it's so, I don't know. So I'm going to do something. I want to, let me look at suite. So I will try that out and see if they have, but I'm telling you, I've never been around so much racism in my life to where, you almost feel sad for being your color,
No, that can happen anywhere you go. You know what I mean? And it's just that's why I'm trying to say, like, if you find a salon that has a suite inside and you don't have to coexist with the people in the salon because you're in your own space, then you do that. Right? But don't rush and make a hasty decision and not really have the financial clientele. Don't think of the financial you're sitting on because that only lasts but so long.
Right.
Think of the clientele you have. If they are not, you're not financially in a place where you're bringing in, and even if you're bringing in 500 a week, that's 2,000 a month. You can somewhat live on that, right? Somewhat.
Right.
But if you're not bringing in enough to say that you can sustain your own lifestyle without dipping into your own pocket, does it make sense to stay right where you are?
No, it don't.
So let me ask you something. There's a salon I see, it says downtown Lexington, Virginia. I don't know what salon this is. Hold on. It's not giving me a name. Are you looking at the YouTube?
Yeah.
I'm going to turn this around and tell me if you recognize the inside of this place.
That looks like Matthew and Company place. That is, I went in there and talked to him before I found this salon, and he told me that if I'm planning on using flat irons or relaxers, this is not the place for me. He only do haircut. That's it, and they do like barber.
So it's a hair salon, but they don't do what?
He said they don't do anything but barber cuts. He said he don't remember the last time he had a relaxer in his place. He don't remember the last time he picked up a flat iron.
Well, it ain't about him. It's about his stylist. But
yeah, he don't offer none of that stuff. I was like, oh my God, like if I bring my own stuff, can I do? The only thing he offers in his salon, he told me was they do haircuts.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. What about Inspired to Enhance Salon?
That's the salon I'm at.
Okay, well, we're going to cross that one off the list. Let's keep going. Thrive Hair Bar.
I've seen it online. I haven't visited that yet. I've seen it today online. I don't know if that's something new, but I haven't seen that before.
It says they have a website. Let's look. Thrive Hair. Okay, got some darker skin, kinky twists, blowouts, braids, and they're hiring.
Really?
It says it on their website right now.
That must be something new.
Natural hair experience has arrived.
That's in Lexington, Virginia. I know it's got to be. I've just seen that today.
So you probably need to reach out to them. That's one. This one is, where is this at? What's the address? Oh, no, it says Arlington.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, I seen something similar to that, but that would have been something different. Must have been new.
Is that far, Arlington?
Probably so.
Okay. Let's see here. Lexington, George's Hairstyles. I don't even know who that is.
I had an interview there, and that was one of the racisms there. And he told me that I could never. He don't want you to leave. He wants you to stay there forever. Basically, you can't take your clients. And one thing he did offer was if I need any product, he would get it for free for me, and that I would get 60%. He would get 40%, and I cannot take clientels like the client.
I mean, of course, any commission salon is going to tell you that you can't take clients with you. You just got to be very creative. So let's back up. Go ahead and drop that whole concept in your ears about, oh, you can't take clients with you. Because if you work in JCPenney salon, you can't take clients with you. If you worked in Dillard salon, you can't take clients with you. Now, are they going to follow you? Yes. All you got to do is let them know quietly. You don't have to be open and all out and outside. Hey, girl, just so you know, I'll be moving over to such and such. If you want to just send me a quick text message when you get a chance, I'll send you the address. Period.
Yeah.
That's all. And every time a client comes to you, you create a client book as though you're keeping a client log, and they don't know none of your business. You got a book, then that book you carry with you. You don't leave it around. You talk to these people. Hey, how you doing? I like to keep a log of your hair color, whatever. Put name, phone number, and hair color. And that's your little book. That don't mean you still in clients. That means that you keeping track of them. They don't have to know what one is for. One don't have to match two.
Right.
You know, and now I'm not saying it because if I was a commission-based salon, I would say the same thing as them because they don't want you to take their clients away.
Yeah.
That's always going to be a thing. Let's see. Lexington, Virginia. Cutting Edge. I mean, Lexington looks exactly what a Lexington looks like.
All they do is haircuts, clipper cuts, and I don't mind that, but I have more to offer than that. And like barber, when you go to hair school, they don't teach you barber work. You have to kind of learn it on your own unless you go back and take a barber class, like go to barber school.
Okay, I got you. I'm just kind of going through these. It's not many salons there, I see.
It's really not.
Encore Salon, is that another one?
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's like probably about 4 of them that's racist. And when I say that, when I went, I asked the lady, did she need help at her salon? I just recently got my license. I'm ready to work and, have room for me. She was like, what do you do? And I was telling her, and she was like, hung the phone up in my face. So I called thinking that we disconnected, and she laughed. It was weird, so I just blocked the number. And then I tried Smart Styles in Walmart, which was a big mistake.
Well, Smart Styles is going to be like JCPenney Salon. It's the same concept.
I hate that now. Yeah.
It's the same concept. So, yeah, you're kind of in a hard spot. You're going to have to make a big decision at some point. Either you're going to stick it out where you are and start paying this $125 until you can do 10 times better, or you're going to either end up probably having to be alone by yourself in a very small, intricate space that's very affordable. But on either end, you're going to spend this $125 or more. So regardless of where you go, your rent is going to be one, and you're going to do it by yourself, or you're going to pay this booth rent and you're still going to do it by yourself. Which one is going to make it easier for you in the situation that you're in, where you can't necessarily pick up and move tomorrow?
Right.
And if you have the plan of moving and you have an idea of, okay, well, I'm going to be moving in October, stick it out till October. Build till October, or whichever one. But I'm gonna be honest, if you read the comments on here, everybody's saying, yeah, she got to leave the area. Yeah, you do.
Oh, yeah, I just seen that. Somebody told me that I should relocate. I just got that. I think somebody told me that yesterday.
You probably need to. If that's all the salons in that area, you probably need to relocate. Because you are sabotaging yourself.
I am.
So, yeah. I mean, moving 30 minutes away from where you are, stop worrying about Rebecca, she's in her first year of college and she's not going to be able to get to me. Well, Rebecca better learn how to Uber.
Right. True.
You can't think of it that way, because guess what? Those 4 people that you're trying to hold on to, 10 people you're trying to hold on to, even 20 people you're trying to hold on to, you could easily recover those 20 plus some in a busier area and not be so stressed.
Right. I appreciate it. All the stuff you're telling me is stuff I was just going back and forth in my head. I had nobody to talk to. And I was just like, am I making a right decision? I don't know. I've come too far, and I've been through a lot to not just throw my career down the drains. This is something I have a passion for. I love to do. And when you're working with somebody that makes it difficult because they are in a crappy mood, like they just don't have a passion for it. They just manage the salon. They don't really have a passion for hair. I don't understand why they're there, but I'm the only target there, basically. The hairstylist, I'm the only target there to get cornered up and manipulated by the store owner that barely shows her face, and then by the manager that runs the salon when she's not there. It's like, for what? I don't understand.
Well, this kind of is it works out for you. I'm going to tell you why it works out for you, because when you're commissioned, you have to follow commission rules.
Yep.
Commission rules say that you can't sell anything other than their product. Commission rules say you can't charge anything over this amount. Commission rules say you have to come in and go out when they tell you to come in and go out. Commission rules tell you when to take lunch. Commission rules tell you what days you can take off, and you got to request it. This is a job, right? Booth rental rules say that I can sell whatever the hell I want because it's mine. I'm an independent contractor. I only work in your establishment. I pay rent. This is not a commission. You're not giving me a paycheck, right?
Yeah.
Booth rental says that if I don't have any clients today, you don't have to see my face for a week. As long as you get paid this booth rent, we don't have to talk.
That's the good part of it. Yeah, that's what I was trying to look at the brighter side. Like, okay, if I can stick it out at least to May 1st, and I don't have to be a manager or nothing. If I don't have clients for the day, as long as my booth rent is paid, I can go do other things. I do have other source of income, but
someone just commented something that was a good option, which I'm not a best friend to this option. Is working from home an option for you?
I was thinking that, not really. I'm in an apartment. kind of weird. And
I just said it. I'm not one of. I've gotten away from the working at home because people don't respect your space, and I don't like people to know where I stay. But sometimes that's an option. But I'm gonna be honest. Take that grant money, pay this $125, build a website, because we just found out just now that there is not any African-American stylist being advertised on Google for your area. And I'm sure you're not the only Black person out of a population of maybe 50,000 people. And I was being generous with 50,000.
I say about crazy. She told me with commission that she would do free advertising for me, and she's not.
Well, commission is kind of a trap. I mean, it works good, but then it's a trap. It's a trap for the salon owner, and it's a trap for you. Commission is a trap on either end. Either if you're on commission and you're bringing in big money, it works amazing. But when you're on commission and you're not bringing in big money, and you're only bringing in 10 here, 20 here, 40 here, 50 here, 100 here, that's not going to really do much for an owner. And then it also is not going to do much for your pocket.
It's really not. Yeah.
So I highly suggest going ahead and getting it don't have to be an expensive website, a little cheap little website. I'm going to show you one. Hold on. Tell me if my screen on YouTube freezes when I change screens.
Okay.
Did it freeze? Can you still see me moving my mouth?
Yeah, I can still see you.
You saw me waving my hand like this?
Oh, not. Yeah, now I see it. It comes a little slower, but yeah, I see
Okay, good. So I'm going to show you a resource that you can use.
Okay.
If you go to Etsy.com, ETSY, Etsy.
Okay, I heard of that before. Okay, Etsy.com.
Yeah, hold on. I know everybody on here wants to see too, so let me figure out how I'm gonna do this. All right, so I'm gonna put you down here, and we're gonna go to Etsy.com. So Etsy.com, right?
Mm-hmm.
On Etsy, I'm gonna show my screen so you guys can kind of see. Can you see that on the screen? Let me see if I turn this off. Hold on. Okay, can you see that now?
Yeah, it kind of froze a little, but I can see it.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you go to Etsy, you type in, and the best website to use is either you can use Shopify or you can use Wix, whichever one is in your budget.
Okay.
So I'm going to say Wix because you're service-based. So we're going to say Wix, right? Shopify is more as if you're selling the products online, but Wix, you can do that as well, and it's a good basic starter. So when you go to Etsy, you're going to type in Wix website template.
Mm-hmm.
So when you type it in, it'll look like that. So you'll see a bunch of different templates pop up of people selling them. And you see the prices, $61, $57, $34. These are templates that the designer has already created. And all they have to do is they make you set up a Wix account and they transfer the design to you. So it's already a design.
Okay.
And all you're doing now is you're going on the back end of your Wix, or you can sometimes pay them a little bit more, and they will do the customization for you.
Is this a one-time fee?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But the website platform is not a one-time fee, but Wix is very cost effective. But you need to just roll that into your cost to run your business, because that's what you're doing. So if you know your booth rent is $125, and on a monthly basis, that's what, $500?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you know your Wix website will cost you, let me see what Wix is gonna cost. A base package. You don't even need nothing fancy on Wix, just a basic package. Let's see what the basic one is. Wix pricing, $16 a month for personal use. The most you'll pay is $22 if you want to do the entrepreneur package. Okay. So you know every single month that you spend $522 to operate your business, not including your products, none of that stuff. But your retail should pay these expenses. If at least, even if your retail pays half. Every client that sits in your chair, you should automatically hand them one of your products, because you're private labeling now, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hand them one of your aftercare products. Hey, sweetheart, you're definitely going to need this to maintain these braids in between the time that you're not with me. This, and this. And you put it in their hand. When you put it in their hand, you make it theirs. That's a retail trick.
Right. Okay.
Put it in their hand. Hey, I definitely recommend you get this. It's going to help with the longevity of your style. It's going to help with the dryness of your scalp. Whatever you need it for. You're going to give them that selling point. and say, I can add this to your bill today. Don't worry, it's only going to cost you blah, 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 blah. And all you do is you mark the price up by 10 to 15%, and then you give them a discount of 10 to 15%.
Okay.
So then you still get your cost, and they still get a discount.
Okay.
Right? And then those monies go towards all of these expenses that you have to pay.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So then when you get the Wix, let me go back to the Wix because I need to go back to that part. The Wix template, the person, don't get the really expensive ones. There's some on here for like, I'm going to use the feminine pink Wix, $34 here. This is actually super cheap. So that's the template itself. And then you fix it to show whatever, you can change the words or change the picture or that kind of stuff. So there's different ones and they're showing you what it looks like on the site and you're just updating the picture.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's like really, really easy, really user friendly. Okay. Some of these people will allow you to pay them sometimes an extra $20, $30, $50. They'll give you the option and they will do all of that work for you.
Okay.
So when you search that, it takes them a couple of days. Go ahead and go to Google and you're going to go to Google Business. Okay. And on Google Business, you might not have a website yet, but you can create a Google Business listing for yourself as a hairstylist.
Yeah, that's when they Google, they can find me. Right.
Right. And in somewhere in that line, you need to put ethnic hair care.
Okay.
Because when people are searching, they're going to search either black hair salon, ethnic hair salon, ethnic hair care. Think of the words that we think when we talk about ourselves. It's either black or ethnic. Ethnic is just a more positive way of saying it, but we still say black. Mm-hmm. Or African-American hair salon. And your listing will come up. And that happens overnight. That's within minutes and that's free. So you can do that as soon as we get off. Okay. Right? So go ahead and do that. So then when people start Googling, because we know Google is always our first thing, it's going to come up on you. So you're going to put whatever your business name is. You're going to use the salon address and you're going to put a suite number on the salon address. Okay. Okay. So when you put a suite number on the salon address, it separates you from the main salon. Okay. So you can put suite A. Put suite A. All right. And then in your name, you can also put, what's your business name?
Beauty Forever.
Beauty Forever inside, and then put the salon name. Okay. So like if you look at my Google listing, it says Elite Hair Care by Crystal inside Solar Salon Suites. Okay. Because I'm using the same address. Right. But it will still create a separate listing that you control for just you. Mind you, you're going to be a booth renter, so you are independent. You don't have to go by their stipulation anymore. You're paying rent. So you need to have a lease and you need to request one.
That's what I was thinking, for her to do a contract thing.
No, don't say contract. A contract is commission. A lease is a business. Okay. So you need to ask her to give you a lease, and that lease is what you go by. And in that lease, you need to make sure that they don't put a product clause in there where it says you can't sell your own products, because that lease is your black and white. That's what's going to cover you. Okay. Right? And it's not out of the ordinary to say, I need a lease. Yeah, you're an independent contractor. You're renting a space. You want a lease. They can go online and get it for free. It's not that complicated. Okay. And all that lease is going to say is that your rent is $125 for this period of time, and they can't go up on your rent without notice for 30 days. Exactly. Okay. They can't say today, hey, we don't want you selling your products. No, this lease right here says blah, 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 blah. This lease states that I have 25 square feet of space to utilize for my business. And if you're going to sell your product, you put your shelf right where your station is. You can't go into their space. You got to stay in your space because that's what you're paying for. Okay. And then in the meantime, when relocation is feasible, when change of lifestyle is feasible, in the meantime, then you work on that. But right now, you got to deal with what you got. Mm-hmm. And your goal right now is to build. If you plan on staying where you are, you need to build it. If you plan on moving, still build it until you move, because you still got bills to pay. Yeah. And when you move, unfortunately, that's just what it is. You moved, period.
Yeah. I appreciate this. I swear, I think God had me catch you live. I needed this because I was so, like, I left the shop early, and I think she was upset because of the commission. Well, I didn't want you to leave, and it was just like, I lied and said I had appointments. I ain't gonna lie. I said I had appointments just to get away from the energy. But I was like, I need to clear my mind. My mind is clouded. And I don't know, but this is clarity for me because some of the things you said, I've already been thinking about it. I just didn't know if I was making a right decision. So.
Well, I mean, there's nothing that you can do right this very moment that's a wrong decision. Moving is not going to be a bad decision because you're trying to get in an area that's a lot more population of your kind of client. You're also looking for an environment that's more positive. You can't stay in a toxic environment unless there's something that you're doing to change the toxicity in the environment. So if you're not happy there, every single day you're going to wake up, walk in there and say, well, I don't want to come in here today. And you're not going to be happy, and it's going to show in your work.
Yeah.
No matter how good we are, that unhappiness is going to showcase itself somewhere. And all it's going to take is for them to say one thing out the way, and you're going to blow a gasket.
Yeah, you're right. And I'm very professional in what I do, so I had to leave early to keep me from even going there because I have too much to lose now. It's like, So I just, left.
Someone asked, is it common for a barber to pay less booth rent? Yes, that's common. That was something, I'm glad they did say that. That is common. You know why? Barbers don't use a lot of water. Barbers stay stationed in their chair. They charge less than we do, and they don't use up a lot of the resources in the salon. Their resources is them. Now, if your barber is doing hair too, as a cosmetologist, then he's not a barber. He's a barber stylist, so he should be paying the same price.
Yeah, he just cut hair, so I never got mad about it. I seen it, but I was like, I don't know that man's pocket. I don't know if it's just some deal they got, but I just stayed in my own.
But what you can also do, there's a negotiation in everything. This is business. Just because she said your booth rent is going to be $125, if you don't ask, you won't get anything. You can also go to them and say, hey, listen, let's schedule a time to meet. Let's have a meeting, right? Because that's what business people do, to discuss this booth rental opportunity that you're giving me. Call it an opportunity. Make it sound so amazing. And in that opportunity, you lay it out to them. Hey, I'm sure you're aware, I've been a stylist in the salon for blah, blah, blah time. I've legally had my license for about 6 months. As you know, my clientele is severely slow, but my plan is to grow my clientele, but 125 is slightly too high for me right now. Are we able to come to an agreement to even 75 a week for the next 5 months, for the next 3 months, for the next 8 weeks, for the next 12 weeks? So that gives you 12 weeks to make sure that you're bringing in $75 or more plus. And that gives you 12 weeks to really get on your grind and build this clientele.
Right.
There's a spirit of negotiation in everything. And I'm more than certain there's not 7 million stylists knocking down these people's door to come in there and work. So at this point, the fact that you're even having a conversation about it and not just leaving opens that door. And you can stress to them at that time of the meeting, which is probably best you have it with the owner and not the manager who you're having the problem with. And you say, I'd like to have a private meeting to discuss a few things. And that's when you lay it out. Listen, the spirit of the salon is not right. I'm willing to stay, but number one, some things have to change because we want the environment to be positive. Don't make it sound you're not doing this, you're not doing this. That is the worst thing you can do to go in a meeting, right? Make it sound as positive as possible, and that you are trying to rectify the situation. You want to stay where you are, but some things or the spirit in the salon needs to change. That's going to help us bring in more money. And at the same time, I don't think that I'm able to afford 125 so soon. But can we create a deal where I can lead into that amount? Over the course of 12 weeks, $75. And then I'll go up to $100. And then I'll go up to 125. And that gives me time to build. That gives me time to acclimate myself as a booth rental stylist, as my own business owner. And that gives us time to grow together and make this environment even better for my clients and for you.
That sounds wonderful.
The live is going to be saved, so you can go back for the wording later on.
Okay.
Just keep it in your head. I learned that the hard way, that you have to learn how to talk to people and be direct without being direct,
Mhm.
and learning how to negotiate and don't think that every door is a closed door.
Right.
But other than that, I mean, I wish you all the best. I really do, because you are in a very tiny spot.
Yeah.
But start today, get the Google listing. You already got the business cards. Look into the Wix website. That's your next goal, because you want to get yourself the same way I went and looked at a website.
Mhm.
Trying to find a salon is the same way people are going to look. So all of your work, your pictures need to be flawless. You need to find a spot outside of the salon on the wall with the sun facing the wall. The sun is
Okay.
supposed to beam towards the wall. And you take amazing pictures using the portrait on your phone. You have an iPhone?
Yes.
Okay. So use the portrait feature on your iPhone, and it is going to make the picture immaculate. And
Okay.
angles are everything.
All right.
So then when you're posting on Instagram, you're hashtagging yourself. You're also putting these pictures on your website. But you need
Okay.
to find a wall that is a muted space, not a bunch of stuff going on. Find one spot that you go to for every picture, and every single client, you take a picture.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's how you build that portfolio. So when it's time for you to move, all you're doing is changing the address.
Right.
Cool?
Yes, I appreciate you. I'm so happy. I thank everybody in the chat for helping me out. I didn't read some of it. I'll probably go back and read it, but I appreciate it. I needed this, and it's an inspiration for me. So I'm gonna follow all this stuff.
Definitely. I'll save the lives. It's like, I think it's an hour. I've been on here 2 hours. So it's hour 1.50.
Okay.
That's where I think that's kind of where we started talking.
Okay.
And then you can kind of find it from there.
All right. Thank you.
You're
Have
welcome.
A wonderful weekend.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I hope you and your daughter have fun on y'all on her field trip.
Girl, I'm here nice and sick, but we'll be good.
Oh, we'll get better.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. Bye.
All right. What website builder do I use? I actually hired a builder, but that's because my budget was feasible for me to hire a builder and pay them to do it. But I will tell you guys, Etsy is a very good tool. Etsy is a very good tool to use when you are trying to build a website on a budget and you don't necessarily have thousands of dollars to pay a designer right away. Etsy is an amazing tool to use. All you need is to know what platform you want to build that site on. Go to Etsy, and it's good for Shopify and Wix. I don't know about the other ones, but I know Shopify and Wix is great. Okay, Shopify and Wix is great for trying to find templates. They call it templates. Okay, and all they do is they upload the template. You can pay some of them extra money to customize it to the colors you want, to add your stuff for you, or whatever the case may be. And then you have an entire website built overnight. And all you're doing is updating the information in regards to if you sell products or not, or whatever services you have. Me personally, I don't put services on my website. I use a booking app. So all I do is put a link in my website. When you hit book, it takes you to the app that I use to book. And I'm not doing it twice. I'm not doing that twice. So, if you're in a service-based industry, you definitely need to make sure that you're targeting whatever demographic is not being targeted in your area, because you're gonna make the most money that way. And like with Brown Sugar, I'm just gonna call her Brown Sugar. With Brown Sugar, she's in an area where clearly she's like one of the only 2.5 Black stylists in the area. So I know there's other Black people in that area dying to find a stylist, and they don't even know that she exists yet. So target those people. Yes, Brown Sugar, all the best, most definitely. You always answer my questions. You definitely know how to make people feel they belong. Thanks. Wow, Crystal, God is going to bless your business more and more because you are a blessing to this woman and to all of us. No, thank you guys so much for even sitting through the live. Honestly, I wish I had somebody at my younger years to kind of direct me and mentor me into the right direction. I had to claw a lot for information. I had to steal a lot of information. And by stealing, I don't mean with my hands. I mean by sitting there watching, eavesdropping, paying attention, looking at the product you're using without looking at the product you're using, asking questions, knowing when it's okay to ask a question. Don't ask a question when a person's frustrated. They're going to give you a frustrated ass answer. So knowing when it was okay to ask a question, knowing when to drop in my 2 cents and listen. All you got to do is be still and act like you ain't even paying it no mind. You and your phone, and all you hearing is, oh, okay, so she used a firm. Okay, so you use Style Seed? You got a business listing on there? And I'm over here watching TV, but best believe I hear every word you saying. Oh, you said don't hire John because John don't know what the hell he doing? All right, good. I know who not to build my salon. Can people in other countries use the same advice you give? Absolutely. It's universal advice. Don't matter about where you are. Everybody deals with the same problem. God bless me with being in a slightly busier city, but there's a lot more stylists here too. So I got to deal with that too. But it took me a long time to even get to the point where I even understood the industry that I was in. See, I told this man that this AC is not blowing heat, right? This thing is blowing cold ass air. This thing is blowing cold air. Don't piss me off. I just turned it off because I'm not crazy. Clearly, it's trying to make me sick. Yep. There's a person who knows talking from. Oh, I'm talking from a ton of experience. A ton of experience. It's not easy, especially when you're starting out. You're going to get advice from 7 million places. And if that person has not been in your position or can say that they are actively dealing with things that you've dealt with or whatever, they can't tell you. They can't tell you because they're going to tell you. That's like these stylists out here where you're making $1 million a year and you're trying to tell a stylist who the only reason why you're making $1 million a year is by the grace of God and luck. Okay? Luck. And a viral video, and you're telling other stylists how to build their business who are starting from the ground up. You wouldn't know where I'm at right now because you got put on by luck, not by work. Two different things. Do your protein treatments have citrus in it? Because I want to try it, but I'm allergic to citrus. Not that I know of, but the ingredients I would definitely read. And you were going to rest over an hour ago. I was going to rest over an hour ago, but clearly that's not the case. I'm actually not even tired. I'm just tired of coughing. I am tired of coughing. That part I am. I never saw stylists use products other than that of the salon. A lot of salons are like that. And when you're commissioned, you have to do whatever the stylist tells you to do or the salon tells you to do. When you are booth rent, we are in a business agreement. I am leasing a space from you. I don't work for you. I am leasing a space from you. I do have to follow the salon rules that were given to me in the beginning, that were given to me in an update. I do have to follow those rules. But what you cannot do is depict what time I need to come in, what time I need to go out. I work for myself. What you cannot do is depict how many clients I can bring in and how many clients I can't bring in. I am a booth renter. If you want to control me, you have to control me through commission. So there's a yin and a yang through it all. I think my hair is dry. It feels dry. Well, no, my top is still wet. Thank you, Christina. I enjoy helping other stylists, though. I really do. I really, really do. No, it's true. Just the beautician's right. That's very common. Like I don't see I don't see anything wrong with them wanting to bring her booth rent. It's actually a blessing in disguise. Because when you got booth rent to pay, honey, your grind is different. Your grind is super different when you have a booth rent because you know that you have to pay this money every single week. This is rent. So what I would do, Brown Sugar, if you're still listening and you got that extra money sitting on, pay your booth rent for those first 3 months at $75 a week. Go ahead and pay your booth rent for those 3 months, $75 a week. So what's that? $300 times 3 months? Go ahead and give them that $900. So you're fully paid up. So that gives you time to number one, make that $900 back. Number two, after you make that $900 back, whatever else you make on top of that, that's profit. You already got your product. You already got that. Hold on, my laptop says it's about to die. Love your products. I have a pixie cut and my hair grows out so fast now because of using your products. Will you ever sell wrap caps? I need some good wrap caps and I want to buy ones made by you. I don't have any wrap caps. No. I never really thought to sell them either. My beautician is booked, but the whole salon is empty. It's in a mall. Hey, that's yeah. Hey, can you get the lot number on the bottom of the Flames Up CBD products? The number should be on the bottom of each one. That's what I'll be working on. 9 million things. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna work on this later. Melissa, I'll tell you. Well, I gotta ask Kat because I'm not there. Listen, you guys are troopers. Been on here for 2.5 hours. What type of bag or container should I use to store my extensions or hair wigs? Sweetheart, I don't know. I don't sell them. I'd probably say satin, maybe. See you later, Miss Jerry. See you later, girl. I enjoy helping stylists. I don't know. It's like a secret passion of mine. I love it. I really do love it. All right, y'all. I'm going to take a lay down. I really am. I'm going to take a lay down. And then I am going to go and eat dinner with my daughter. I'm not feeling that bad. I got a little bit of work to do, and then that's really it. But I hope you guys have an entire rest of your day. No, girl. I don't even know. I'm working right now as I'm talking to you. Peace and love, people. Is Lotta body foam good for the hair? Let's check it out. Y'all heard that nice and hard paper? Let's check it out. My hair's still wet up here. That's why I'm not gonna mess with it. My sides and back, the nape still feels a little crunchy. Sides feel slightly crunchy. This part feels nice and soft. Feels nice and soft, but like here is crunchy. Future Cosmo Business Beauty School? Hell no. Don't want to. Never will. I want no beauty school. I want to teach nobody pick me up for them nothing. No Cosmo school here. Furthermore, if you notice, these schools are not staying open because they're not making enough money. So the top can dry. All right, you guys. So that's everything. But I will talk to you. See you guys later. Let me rest my voice. I'll be back on live on my way to dinner. Hope everybody has a good evening. Peace. We spent 2.5 hours together. Wow.